Hi family member, welcome to yet another day and a new video. So today's lesson is about speaking correctly, and we're going to be focusing on articles. All right, if you're just joining me, also welcome to the channel. Right here we learn how to speak, read and write. Okay, and listening is equally part of English language, so make sure to be a good listener. So let's dive straight into the video. There is basically no magic when it comes to speaking English. It's all about you knowing the proper usage of every part of English language. Okay, so today I want us to look at articles in English language. Okay, how do we use them, and have you been using them properly? How have you been using them? Have you been using them the right way? Have you been using it properly? Okay, so let's see what they are. We have two types of articles in English language. We have the definite and indefinite article. From the word definite and indefinite, you're going to understand that when we talk about something being definite, we're talking about something being specific. All right, so when it talks about definite, it's specific. So definite article is all about article that is specific. So definite article is about specification. It is an article that states a noun to be definite. It tells that a noun is specific. So which of the article is definite? The. D is the definite article. The. Is the definite article. Now, why is it definite article? Because it is specific in nature. Okay, examples I have: the man. I didn't say all the men. The man. I'm talking about a particular man. The women. I'm talking about the women precisely. I'm not talking about both gender. Okay, I'm focusing basically on the women and not the men. So if I want to go for the men, I would say the men. That means I'm not referring to the women. I'm focusing particularly on the men. Okay, for instance, I can say the elephant. The elephant in the zoo. When you get to the zoo, you're going to see other animals apart from the elephant, but I am focusing on the elephant, so I said the elephant, okay, and not an elephant. Do you understand that? So when you talk about definite article, you're talking about article that tells specification. It indicates specification, and the word the is the definite article. Okay, and when we talk about indefinite article, we're talking about the opposite of definite. If something is specific, then in opposite side it is not specific. Okay, so indefinite article automatically means they are not specific. All right, they are non-specific articles. They do not specify a thing. They do not specify a noun. That is what it means. So in a nutshell, what am I saying? A definite article is an article that specifies a particular thing. It is specific in nature. It tells about a particular thing. It signifies a particular thing. It is significant in nature. Whereas an indefinite article generalizes. Do you understand? So the difference right here is specification versus generalize. Now, when you don't specify a thing, you generalize a thing. You either say a man and the man. A man, the man. When you say a man, it could be any man. When you say the man, you're talking about a particular man. The book, the book, a book. A book could be any book. The book is a particular book. All right, again you can say an ice cream. An ice cream. An ice cream could be any ice cream. The ice cream. Maybe I want banana flavor ice cream. I'll be like, get me banana flavor ice cream and not any kind of ice cream. So I'll be specific. Okay, I want the banana flavor kind of ice cream. I want the banana kind of flavored ice cream versus I want an banana flavored ice cream. Now, let's compare these two sentences right now. When I say, I want a banana flavored ice cream versus when I say, I want the banana flavored ice cream. I meant two things on this sentence. When I said, I want the banana flavored ice cream, maybe I've been there, the person showed me that particular flavor, and I say, okay, I like this one. Now when I come back, the person will be like, which of the ice cream should I give you? I am now being specific by telling him, I want the banana flavored ice cream. Okay, so on today's video, I want us to really get to understand how definite articles and indefinite article was, and when and how they are being used. All right, so let's see. Now, I'm bringing this lesson today because most times we tend to make these mistakes. Most of us make this mistake without even knowing. When we're supposed to use an, we use a, and when we're supposed to use a, we use an. It is a common mistake that we make every day. So today, let's rectify it, let's correct it. From today henceforth, you're going to be using the correct article for every kind of word, because you're going to know how to use them and when to use each of them. So let's see them. Now, when I talk about the, I'm talking about a particular thing, like a particular out of a whole. For instance, maybe I have lots of books here, maybe they are in colors, and now they say, okay, can I have the blue one? I'm specific right now. Maybe we have colors, you know. I decide to choose the blue one. I say, so can I have the blue one? I'm precise right now. And when I say, let me just have a book, any book at all, that's what it is. I meant any book at all. When I say, let me have a book, any book we do, that is what my message implies. So it is very important to know when to use the definite and the indefinite. Now, another thing is the indefinite articles a and an. Do you know how to use them properly? Let's see this list of words. I'm going to be saying them to your hearing. So you're going to tell me if it's a no or a yes. Let's go. A infant versus an infant. Which do you think is correct? An infant is correct. A infant is wrong. Again, an information versus a information. Which do you think is correct? An information is correct. A information is wrong. Again, a book versus an book. Which do you think is correct? A book is correct and book is wrong. Again, a agreement versus an agreement. Which do you think is right? An agreement is correct. A agreement is wrong. Now let's see why they are wrong and right. The rule guiding indefinite articles, the a and an, says you should use a when the first letter of the word begins with a consonant sound, and use an when the first letter of the word begins with a vowel sound. Do you understand what I just said? Let me repeat it again. The law of indefinite articles states that you use a when the first letter of a word, assuming the word you want to use after the article begins with B, it is the first letter of the word. Okay, maybe it begins with A, it is the first letter of the word. So after the article, you get the word. That word after the article, the first letter that begins it is where the law is applied. All right, so the first letter that begins a word determines if it's going to be a or an. That is what the law states. Okay, so the law states that if a consonant letter begins a word, you should use a, and when vowel letter begins the word, you should use an. So use A for consonant letters and use AN for vowel letters. That is the shortcut. That is the period, okay? Let's see if we are correct with the list of words I'm going to be telling you now. So do you say a question or an question? It is a question because it starts with Q, and Q is a consonant sound. So you don't say an question, you say a question. Again, a house, you don't say an house, you say a house. Now there's something I want to say. Sometimes a particular word starting with a consonant sound can actually use an, and this is applicable to words that starts with a silent letter, silent consonant sound. For instance, you have hour. When you pronounce the word hour, you're going to see that the H there is silent, so we use an for that particular word, and hour, not a hour. Again, you can have word like honor, the H right there is silent, so we use it's an honor, not a honor. It's an honor. All right, so make sure you master the usage. I said you use a, the indefinite article, a, for words that begins with the consonant letter, whereas you use an for words that begins with a vowel sound, and you can actually use an for some consonant letters that are silent when the words are being pronounced. I gave an example of are and honor. All right, so let's see this list of words. An escape, a escape. Would you think is correct? An escape is correct. An information versus a information. Would you think is correct? An information, not a information. An infant versus a infant. Which do you think is correct? An infant is correct, not a infant. And the ones I just mentioned now, they all begin with a vowel letter. Now let's see these ones. A book, B is a consonant. A credit card, C is a consonant. A motor car, M is a consonant. A photograph, P is a consonant. You can see what I'm actually talking about. When the word you are going to be using the article alongside with begins with the letter, a consonant letter, you use a, and when it begins with a vowel letter, you use an. And sometimes when the letters of a consonant sound begins a word but silent, you use an. This is what we're going to be calling it short for today's lesson. Don't forget, it's speaking correctly today, and we are still open for choice making. You still have the open forum for you to make your choice on which topic, which lesson plan we should work on the next 31 days journey. Okay, don't forget, make your choice count by dropping your choice on the comment section. Don't forget, majority will carry the vote. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to stay safe, and if you've seen me and you love what we do here, you can simply join this family simply by subscribing. And when you do, don't forget to turn on your notification button. In that way, you get notified whenever I post a new video. Don't forget to stay safe, and bye for now.